Hi guys, and welcome to our Gulf News T20 World Cup coverage. We've had two thrilling games today as South Africa overcame West Indies in the early match before we had a thriller between Pakistan and New Zealand. First of all, I'll say hello to Mr. Cricket UAE himself, Anis Sajan, and we'll go around the table.
Thank you, Matt. Hello, Mr. Sham. Hello, Ashfaq Bhai. Well, the first match in Dubai, to be very honest, when I saw the start of West Indies, I felt that Evan Lewis is playing on a different wicket. But I'm afraid when I saw Lyndon Simmons, I thought he's playing on the Sharjah wicket because he scored 16 of 35 balls. And it really dearly cost the impetus West Indies required. But having said that, you have to give credit to South African bowlers. They bowled beautifully, especially Keshav Maharaj, who picked up 2 wickets for 24 in his 4 overs. And restricted the strong West Indian team to 143, which South Africa chased down with ease.
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of funny now because when we've looked back at a few of the IPLs that have been here now and a few of the other test matches, Sharjah has been the high-scoring stadium and the other guys have been low-scoring, but it looks to be a little bit different this time around. What do you think, Sam?
Yes, part of the problem is the newly laid wickets. See, when you relay a strip, it takes a while for it to settle down. Several matches have to be played so that it gets worn out and again rolled over to get a certain level of bounce. Now, yesterday's match where Afghanistan played Scotland, there was enough bounce. Actually, you could see the Afghanistan batsmen playing with abandon. But today, I clearly remember Imad Wasim saying that the ball is keeping low, and you could see that the ball was keeping low. So, which makes it difficult actually. It's difficult to get the ball off the square, and especially to get under the ball, it's difficult if the ball is keeping low. That is precisely the problem with Sharjah. Having said that, not all the strips in that square is behaving in the same manner, but this particular one, it's keeping low.
Okay. That is way out of my comfort zone in terms of technology. I'm sorry. You guys will know a lot better about that than I would. Now, the thing that we'll quickly discuss, we'll go back to Anis before we get to a smiling Ashfaq and we talk about the second game. Where does this leave the West Indies?
Well, West Indies have to do a lot of catch-up with just 3 matches to go. And mind you, out of which they have to play Australia. I mean, all the big boys are playing in that team. All the big teams are in that group. So it's not going to be easy. They lost the first match where they were bowled out for 55. Today, again, as I said about the way the innings has been going around, Russell looks totally out of sorts. And now they have to play Australia. Who else are the team other than this team, Sham? I'm not able to recollect.
It's Bangladesh and Sri Lanka.
So these are not easy teams. They're going to find it tough.
Yes.
They need to win all 3 games if they need to go to the knockout. So West Indies,
and especially in these pitches, even Sri Lanka and Bangladesh could be a handful.
Very much.
And I mean, sometimes I think that maybe there's a little bit of an advantage with those guys coming through the qualifiers in Oman and Abu Dhabi. They've got their iron a little bit more than some of the other teams because they were playing these warm-up games that didn't mean quite as much. But Sri Lanka and Bangladesh, they knew it was a must-win situation, and so maybe they they might come into these games with a little bit more of a bounce, shall we say?
Not just that, they could even sour the other team's fortunes in the sense like they could in a crucial match they could upset them, and that there goes the chance, or they could bounce these teams out of the tournament.
Exactly. Okie dokie. We'll move on to our smiling friend in the corner here. Pakistan have won their second on the bounce as well. They beat New Zealand this evening. It was a little bit tight, but they got over the line in the 19th over. Ashfaq, take us through what was it like for you?
Well, thank you, Matt. Thank you, Anis bhai. Thank you, Sham. It was a tough match today. Pakistan has a bad record of scoring low total, and I was scared a bit today. And it was a new pitch. The ball was keeping low, and ball was not coming onto the bat, and it's very difficult to hit. And the blow came when Babar Azam was bowled out, and suddenly the score started drying out. But credit goes to Rizwan, who kept one end safe for some time. Fakhr played well, but Hafiz was caught brilliantly. He was in good nick, and but the trophy went to Asif Ali, who just take it deep and hit 3 sixes and suddenly changed the complexion of the match. And of course, experienced Shoaib Malik. It was the best change, last minute change in Pakistan squad. Nothing. It was his dream innings because
it looked like a moment of genius bringing him in now, because Malik and Ali were the guys that got you over the line just when he got a bit nervy.
He was very comfortable. Another thing is the bowling attack was superb. Haris Rauf was brilliant, but Hafiz, he's a part-time bowler. He picked 2 wickets. As Sham said, the ball was keeping low. So Hafiz took advantage of that, and batsman went after him. He like gave him the bait and got trapped. So he got one of them out. Shaheen Afridi couldn't dig in the first over, but he did so well. 21 runs in 4 overs, and also picked wicket at the end. I think overall it was a good match. Pakistan, I would say there's a bit of scare in the middle, but as I said in the beginning, Pakistan has a very deep batting lineup. We still had to go. There were 2 other players, Shadab and Hassan Ali, who could bat. They were also still there. So there was no dearth of batting lineup, and they did it at the right moment. And
do you think that, like I say, that's 4 points in the bag now? Are you looking good for the semi-finals?
Yeah, I think so. There's only Afghanistan there. As I said, Scotland and other team, I don't think so Pakistan will have any problem.
Namibia
will have any problem. So I can see them in semis in the next round.
Okay, and Anis, where does this put New Zealand in your opinion? Obviously, they were regarded as one of the dark horses, but this is a little bit of a setback for them.
To be very honest, they probably scored 15 runs short on this wicket, but you have to give credit to Pakistan bowlers. They are very tight, very disciplined. I was lucky to see the game in this historic, iconic Sharjah stadium. As Ashfaq and Sham mentioned, that it was a newly laid strip, so the ball was not coming onto the bat. It was not easy to get the big shots running, and you have to give credit to Pakistan bowlers. But mind you, they were in a precarious position, but the calmness of Shoaib Malik, and I'm very proud to say about this boy, Asif Ali, who was a part of the Danube squad for 5 years. Not because he was a part of the squad, he scored that runs, but I knew his potential. He's got the big shots. And that 1 over from Saudi and the second one of Santner, which Shoaib Malik took, changed the whole complexion of the game. And in the end, to be very honest, Pakistan won with more than 1 over to spare. It's full credit, and I think they put their 1 foot into the semi-final.
Okay, and Sham, just from your point of view, just looking ahead, we've now got a couple of games under the belt for most teams. How do you see things panning out for Group A and Group B?
Group A, one here, Pakistan definitely is going through the other one, but none of the other teams have 2 wins already. No, only Pakistan seem to have that, and so it's too early to say, make a call on that, because South Africa lost 1 and won 1. Australia has played only just 1 match. So has England. England is playing the second match tomorrow. So it's too early to make a prediction on those, how the will pan out. Only thing we can say for sure is from Pakistan. Pakistan is made has won two games, but
okay, that's why he's smiling away in the corner right now. He's delighted.
Actually, the only other team to play 2 games was West Indies, and they lost both of them. And like Anis said earlier, I mean, they're in a pickle there, and they need to
they've got to start it
win all the games to stay alive. Even then, that is, they are not assured of going through. But I think
it's already out of their hands.
Yeah, they'll have to depend on other favorable results from the others in the same group.
Okay. Now we'll be back again tomorrow. We've got another action-packed day again tomorrow. We'll be here again. In the meantime, all our previews and our reviews will be up along with our analysis before we get into the live action tomorrow at golfnews.com. I'm sure you can always, everybody, you can always follow the action there. And thank you to Anis, to Sham, and to Ashfaq once again. And we shall join you again tomorrow evening, and we'll go over the latest developments, and we'll just see where we are by that time. And I think it will just get more intriguing as we go on. So thanks everybody, and we'll see you all
Thank you,
tomorrow.
Matt. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
See you
Bye-bye.
guys.
Good night.